Alright, let's begin how to get the best build in Elden Ring as early as possible. I mean, my last video ended off pretty terribly, but hey, I learned my lesson. Man's best friend is dog for a reason. This jellyfish only cares about itself. And to be fair, the lone wolf ashes are actually really well. Especially early game, because while they can die pretty easily, they're not likely to. Especially since, what's it called? They just run straight up to the boss, and these bosses are early game, so obviously they're not going to get ripped apart as easily. Later on in the build though, or the video though, what's going to happen is we're probably going to use the jellyfish because the enemies we'll be fighting later on for the better parts of the build are going to be able to one-shot these enemies, or these summons. Aw, damn. But yeah, see, the dogs are keeping straight at him, so he's a lot easier to manage now, as you can see. And, I mean, yeah, the dogs are actually doing pretty well. I should have used them earlier. So yeah, definitely use the dogs when you're starting out this build guide. I highly recommend that. Alright. Oh, wow, okay, that was nice. He's finally dead, okay. There we go. So yeah, make sure you whip out the dogs. Dogs will help you out a significant amount. And so now we can level up. And I mean, obviously, the astrologer class is the best for magic, but you know, I'm doing this to prove a point. I would always recommend increasing your intelligence, but for this build, you only really need to reach about 36, and we'll be killing quite a few enemies. I'd also recommend increasing your mind, since you should have a decent amount of mind, and especially at low levels, you'll be able to increase it really easily. And it's good up until the point where you're unable to refill it with your Cerulean Tears, because you want the maximum amount of MP, or FP rather, to increase your spell usage. And so there's a fine line between spell usage and spell damage. So
come over here, would you?
And then we're gonna actually be coming back here later on. I guess though, what I recommend is most players, they come through here because it's the side path. They get to explore the entire area of Stormvale Castle, which is the name of the area. You're gonna get quite a few things here, but obviously I'm trying to get you things fast. So what you can actually do is you can tell him very well, or you could say no, I'll use the main gate.
But of course.
Which I actually love how they included this, because now you can feel like an absolute badass just rushing through the main gate. And it's a lot easier than you would think. You can get ripped apart by the ballistas up here, but what I'd recommend is just hug this right wall and they can't really hit you. Yeah, right behind this torch, wait for them to fire off. Ah, my bad. Okay, but once all three... Yeah, once you see that, you could just hug this left wall or right wall, and then as you can see, you just dodge everything or rush past everything. Then you could just hop through here. There's a big tiger or lion over there. What you want to do is just kind of run through, and you know, obviously running past enemies is a staple in Soul strategy. So we're going to be here. And of course, after we beat Market, we get a second talisman slot, so I'm actually going to be showing you where to get our second talisman, known as Marika Scarseal. So what we're going to do is we're going to be heading, I believe, over here. You know, I'll just get the map to make sure I know where I'm going. And we'll be going in that direction too. What we're going to be doing is getting to an NPC known as Sorceress Selene, and she will allow us to purchase some decent spells. And I mean, we have plenty of slots, so might as well use them to equip some other spells. Rock Sling is your best spell, essentially, but it's not the best since it uses up a decent chunk of FP, and in close quarters, or simply if you're trying to cast fast, then it's good to have another spell. The spell I like the most is, I think it's Great Glintstone Shard or something like that. So right here we're going to be going for a place called Siafra, a river. But right now we're going to be going there. It's called Fort Hate. The other fort being Fort Feroth, and we can acquire the other half of the Dectus medallion that we picked up in the first part of this guide. Now then, I'll just hop on down here. And if nothing else, you don't particularly need the Dectus medallion. I'm just getting it for convenience sake. And I mean, we're not even going to be going to the Altus Plateau yet with the Dectus medallion. Like I said, I'm just doing it for collection's sake. And you can also get a golden seed here, so. Hop around that big guy. Hop off your horse. Run through here. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. So yeah, just keep on going up here. Keep running straight because there's like a knight that'll be following you. Where's he at? Yeah, there we go. He'll probably kill you. Yeah, like no two ways about it. He'll probably kill you. That's why I try to use up as many souls as I can, as fast as you can. The moment he gets up here, we'll just probably circle around him if you don't want to die. Hey, yo, 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 yo. Oh, damn. Okay, wait. So, yeah, when he does that, I guess I can actually just, I'm dead. Oh, yo, I didn't know I could survive that. Damn. Let's see this big guy. Yo, this is actually great. Okay. I didn't know I could do that. I did not know I could. Okay, yeah, so what you can actually do is just hop off, and you can kill him like this. Yeah, okay, perfect. And then you get the Ash of War Bloody Slash. Ashes of War, you use them on melee weapons. That's one of the reasons I don't like melee weapons. Because the Ash of War is kind of like the melee way of using their FP. It's kind of a skill. There's certain ones that are better than others, obviously, kind of like with spells, but I just don't like using Ashes of War. It feels too complicated for me. Spells, you know, you just grab a spell and use it. With Ashes of War, you gotta go to the blacksmith and everything, kind of annoying. So let's see if I can activate my map. It's taking a while. Okay, whatever. Alright, but basically Sorceress Selene is right here, so like pretty much right at the corner before I activated the map. It's essentially right here by this path, right in here. But first off, I'll be going here to fill our extra talisman slot. Then we'll be going to Sorceress Selene. And you need a little bit of souls to buy spells, or runes to buy spells from Sorceress Selene, so keep that in mind as well. You need, what, 2,000 or 3,000 to buy the Great Glintstone Shard spell. Wait a minute. How do I get back up there? Okay, whatever. You know, I'll just get it right now. Sorceress Selene. I wish there was an area that was easier to teleport to get to Sorceress Selene, but whatever, it's not too important. But I guess a good strategy would be maybe don't even bother getting this one. You could probably, getting that grace, you could just go from here straight and that way. So, what the heck? Okay, yeah, there we go. Let me loop it around this way. Up through here. And there's also a boss guarding Sorceress Selene, but he's actually very easy to kill, especially with the Rock Sling spell, and you'll see why in a moment. So yeah, up into these ruins, right here on the map. And then I myself end up getting lost in here quite a few times. There's this big guy right here. He'll do some, yeah, he'll do some attacks like that. Basically, there's a path down, you can see right here, and then there's, so from him, you can see right here, right at this like area of Waypoint Ruins. And so, as usual, pop our flask. Summon the dogs. And then usually with magic, it's terrible against this guy because when you target him, you're going to be hitting his head, and that does significantly less damage. But the great thing about the spell is usually it'll just home in on him. Not to mention it does significant damage. Well, of course, the best option is to get behind him, and then you can deal the maximum amount of damage. Alright. And then you get, like, what, 800 souls from him? Oh, okay, 1,100. So you only need, like, what, 1,000 to get the spell before you come here. Alright, so yeah, make sure you say yes. It's so funny, we got like a matching pair of, like I got this one, the male version, she's got the female version. So we want to give her the Academy Scroll that we got in the first video, and then Conspectus Scroll. The Academy Scroll is more important, but I mean, we picked up the Conspectus Scroll anyway. So yeah, you can pick any of these. Astrologer starts out with Glintstone Arc and Glintstone Pebble. You could grab Swift Glintstone Shard to cast faster. I'm not really interested. Star Shower's a nice spell to get later on. So's Glintstone Comet Shard, but Great Glintstone Shard is the more simplistic one, and it does significant amounts of damage. So we're going to grab that, and then we're going to head back over here. If you want, honestly, you could just go straight from these ruins over here, or I mean, if you went down here anyway. Fort Hate, it's not particularly necessary, but I just include it. So, ride on out, or run on out, rather. Alright. Oh, come on. Man, I hate fall damage in this game. Okay, so I can fall here. Fall here. Huh. Whatever. And remember, don't poke the bears and don't feed the bears. Especially this big dude right here. And I should probably pop some healing. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay, that wasn't worth it. Alright, so we'll be heading to good old Siofra Riverwell, I believe it's called. I'll grab that just because I feel like it. I myself have never really used the cookbooks in Elden Ring. I never really saw the point to it. After all, I was just trying to beat the game, focus on the important things, but let me know in the comments below what the best uses of the cookbooks are, because I never crafted anything as far as I know in my first playthrough. And I mean, yeah, I only played Elden Ring through one time, so... That's my experience. I was just trying to beat it as fast as possible. And so that's why I was kind of... My first hour of getting Elden Ring, I was literally scrolling throughout all of YouTube and Reddit looking for the best build in Elden Ring. And it was surprisingly hard to find the build Comet Azure, which I would say is the best, easiest build to get. I found so many, you wouldn't believe how many builds. I mean, you've probably found plenty of builds before coming to this video. So, it's not pretty. And especially since literally everybody's doing that. They start out where they kill that innocent dragon. And that's pathetic, man. That just shows, it's just like COVID. Killing off all the innocent people. People can't even fight back, man. Not cool. Not cool. So yeah, you could just run on through her. I think you can grab a rune here. Okay. Okay, yeah, that was probably just a waste of my time. Don't waste your time. But yeah, you can grab a few things over... You can grab a few things over there. But they're not particularly important to me. And remember, this is also a pretty dangerous area. Certain enemies will be able to one-shot you, but as usual, it's kind of inconsequential when you're just running past everything. So there's a giant crab somewhere around here. Be careful of that. Oh yeah, right there. And then there should be another one. Right, somewhere here, I think. Or maybe that was it. That might have been it. Okay. So yeah, activate the grace. And then I'm going to rest at it because we're going to be fighting something. Oh, I should probably activate that. Always remember you want as many flasks as you can. Add some charges. And then I'd recommend... if you have a odd split, I'd always recommend putting the extra into your FP, Flask of Cerulean Tears. This area, you can go up those stairs to fight a boss after you light these flames. There's 8 flames, 7 or 8, and as you can see, you'll light one, activates that. You want all those to be lit. I think you get a trophy for killing the boss at the end. I think you fight a stronger variant too. What's through here? Okay, there's something through here, but that's not where we're going. We're gonna be going to another teleport. I don't exactly have time for that because I'm trying to get this done pretty fast. Or rather, as fast as I can, not being a speedrunner. So, essentially you want to be coming near here by these 2 pillars. And then we're going to be going up this broken pillar. And be careful, there's a a few blue men. So yeah, they're gonna try to shoot you. Hop off the horse, and then teleport through. And right through here, we're going to be acquiring Marika Scarseal. You can get a better one later on. This talisman, you'll soon see it increases your magic stats, like, you know, your mind, arcane, intelligence, and I forget what the other one is. By, what's it called? By 3. But obviously with Radagon Soreseal, there is 5 on each of your melee stats. So there's actually an item called Marika Scarseal, which will increase your magic stats by 5. Obviously at the cost of some higher damage. But these are very dangerous bosses anyways. We're probably going to get one you get one shot if you get hit. That guy, we're actually going to kill him. If you die, you may die. I probably will die. You can get respawn like right around here with a Stake of Marika. So summon the dogs. Oh, come on. Usually you want to summon before he decides to wake up, but whatever. And usually whenever you're fighting a boss, you want to be sideways. You don't want to be facing them. You never want to be facing them, which is a good benefit, because obviously you never want to be facing them, especially when fighting from horse, because what you can do is, if you're facing them, obviously, you know, what's going to happen is you'll be facing them, and then when you try to dodge out of the way for an attack, or from an attack, you'll dodge straight into the boss, and that's not really going to help you. So usually with his attacks, you want to keep good distance, and then he'll do like a punch attack, and then you'll be able to jump out of his way. Usually he'll just hop right over his attacks. And as you can see, dogs are actually very well, because obviously they don't survive nearly as long as the jellyfish, but they actually get the boss's attention. The jellyfish is kind of useless. As you can see, it's not particularly hard, especially with the dogs helping you. When he does that one lunge attack, you want to just hop over it and then just, you know, stay out of his way. The Rock Sling spell has significantly high range, and as you can see, we got a significant amount of runes. And now we can actually go back to fight the next boss in the Stormvale Castle. We'll teleport to Limgrave Tower Bridge. Rest at this grace site in order to level up. So I should, yeah, just dump everything into intelligence. And obviously if you have a friend or whatnot, you can have them trade you the better talismans, such as Marika Scarseal. And then you could also get the, obviously, Marika Scarseal if you have that, and then just the other slot could be Marika Scarseal. Or there's another talisman called Stargazer Talisman that just increases your intelligence by 5. And then if you have another slot, once you get your other talisman slot, you can put Marika Scarseal, and then Stargazer Talisman to get significantly more of your intelligence stat. And obviously through here, once we kill Godrick the Grafted, which is the next boss, we'll be going through here to activate his Great Rune, and that will be providing us with 5 of every stat increase. So just run on through here. Whenever you see these guys, don't just roll through them. You want them to actually try and attack you first and then roll. Right here, you could be one shot, very dangerous. But, I mean, that's just the cost of going through here. So yeah, essentially you'll just be... And yeah, always remember, don't just spam rolls. You want to make sure they attack, like they're in their combat animation, and that's where you're gonna roll. So go through here. You want to just take this right path. And then right here, I believe, is a grace. Just because, you know, this is a dangerous area, so activate as many graces as you can find. What the dog doing? Hey, yo, we can't even kill a dog? That's crazy. That is genuinely insane. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, well, okay, whatever. So yeah, we're still here. Grab our soul or runes. I keep saying that. Sorry. And then oh wait. At this point, I might as well equip the Great Glintstone Shard for the normal enemies. Memorize spell. Great Glintstone Shard. Great Glintstone Shard is just a standardized great spell, and it honestly carried me through most of the game on its own. And so especially these hawk enemies, everything here really does a lot of damage. So make sure you're always watching for these hawks. So yeah, I guess you want to pop one and then wait for it to fly up, and then you'll pop a second one. And once it's coming straight at you, pick up that next golden seed. And then honestly just run past these guys. Right through here is the boss, so very quick path. And then just activate this. I'll rest here just to regain my stamina and whatnot. Oh dang, that's not cool. Okay, I'm just gonna consume a rune because I might as well level up. You always want to have as few runes on you as possible, just because we can get one shots. Never forget that. So, add some intelligence. Make sure you got all your damage. And now, got this. Pop this. I feel like it would have been so much nicer if we didn't have to deal with that fog wall. Would have made things look so much better. So activate the dogs. And then, you know, just pop a spell. I'd always recommend starting out your fights by popping a spell. When he does that, he's going to shoot those tornado things at you, so be careful of that. But as you can see, he's a lot easier to deal with than Margit. In fact, I'm sure many people would agree that he's arguably a lot easier than Margit. Right here, your damage will do significantly less because he's gonna chop off his hand for some reason. Oh, wow. That is awesome. I never expected that. Okay, perfect. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure if that worked in my favor or against me, because when he does that flame attack with his dragon, you can actually just run straight up on him from his right side, and the attack will just go over you and you can spam your spells. Oh wait, actually don't go all the way there or out, because you could just grab this. And we already ended up going around the castle, because as you can see, you know, we'll head out the castle anyway and then just get to the lake facing cliffs. So level up. So you can get that, and then, yeah, I'll go 31. And then to keep things simple, we'll be going to the Grave Tower Bridge. And honestly, don't worry too much about leveling up your health and other stats. Your health, your, what is it, mind, endurance, all that. Because, like I said, we're only going to end up needing 36 points into intelligence, and we're going to kill, I think, three or four more great bosses. And then obviously with this build already, you can be ripping apart a decent chunk of early game bosses like Tree Sentinel and whatnot. These guys, I mean, this area is pretty dangerous. You want to time your dodges perfect. Oh, okay, I didn't I didn't realize you could do that. That's not cool. And then of course you can't even use torrent. It's very sad. There's a bowman over there. You want to stay behind these pillars. You never want to be close to him or away from the pillars. Once you get over here, then you could just get close to him because he's not exactly gonna be able to shoot himself. And then activate this, teleport, and then the moment you select the teleport and start that animation, you're invincible for that short amount of time. That stone right there, you can activate it to bring this thing down. I just like hopping over because it's fun. And then yeah, nice long elevator cutscene. Once we get to the top, we can activate that item, Great Rune that we got. How do I look at that? Okay, whatever, but basically, you know, once you kill Godrick, I'm sure you saw the little message saying you got the Great Rune. We can use that to increase all of our stats by 5 at the cost of a rune arc, which you could just buy a few from the Twin Maiden husks. Great runes are a little risky because whenever you die, the Great Rune will be deactivated, and even now it's not activated. You got to equip it and then activate or consume a rune arc, which are kind of rare. You can get them from helping someone in co-op to fight a boss, or kill a boss rather, or obviously, you know, duplicate them between friends, but of course, if you were playing with friends, you wouldn't need this guide. You could just have them drop you the talismans, you know, consume a whole bunch of runes. That's what I did with my friend. All right, so now we're going to be going to fight in Raya Lucaria Academy, since we're plenty strong already. So go from the schoolhouse classroom. If you want, you could actually kill the boss here before going to Godrick, even before going to Margit. The boss here is significantly easier than even Margit. And then right after you kill the wolf, you get access to a 6 intelligence helmet. And then when you're coming through here, you want to take this path. You don't want to go on that side because there's an enemy there. As usual, pop the flask. Summon the dogs. And now we got a nice dog fight. When he does that... Okay, yeah. Usually he's not supposed to do that. Since he likes hopping around so much, it's honestly very efficient if you just use the normal spell. If you just use good old Glintstone Shard. And then whenever he summons those little spells, be careful of that. But he has very low health. Okay. There we go. So, I mean, he's really fast, but he has low health, so... Although, maybe that's because we leveled up our intelligence so much. So, as you can see, I'll just get my intelligence to 36 as fast as I can. For now. So we'll be hopping through here to get the 6 intelligence helmet. So always with these magic guys, you just want to be swerving around like a drunk driver. Yeah. That's honestly the hardest part. Or rather, that's easily the hardest part. And then you can pop this, because we're going to be killing some enemies occasionally. And then you can honestly just one-shot these guys with Great Glintstone Shard. What the heck? Whatever. If you want to use Glintstone Pebble, if you have that, you could use that, because it'll guarantee, it'll most likely kill them in 2 hits anyway, and lower FP consumption. And the reason we killed them is because they shoot arrows, and we'll be climbing up a ladder, so pretty dangerous. These guys, you want to shoot them, because you don't want to be bothered. That has to be one of the slowest spells I've ever seen. Alright. So, I mean, you could grab this. Not particularly important. And then now we'll be hopping through here. Pretty much just hop straight, and then you'll see that white window. You'll just want to go through there. Or want to go toward. Steer a little bit. Kill him because you can. I mean, you could kill that guy as well. There might be a little bit of stuff over there, but here we'll just be going through there, just looping around like that. And over here, you don't particularly have to get this for our builds, but if you want to get some nice magic stuff later, I mean, it's not going to be included in this video. But you can actually get a nice staff and do part of a great quest line as a result of acquiring that. So just kill him, and then be careful here. You don't want to fall down. But these, what are they called, ramparts or whatnot, are pretty large for you. So that's nice. Okay, that's not even important for us anymore. And so you just want to hop off a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to want to go down here, right outside. Be careful, a few mages or whatnot might decide to attack you. Kill the crab. I know I'm not really a fan of killing innocent creatures, but we have no choice. And now we can equip good old Twin Sage. As you can see, it lowers our stamina, but it boosts our intelligence, so that's what we need. Boosts our intelligence by 3, compared to something that boosts our intelligence also by 3. And then you can kill these guys. I'd honestly recommend it, because you could just unlock a shortcut to get back here whenever you want. There we go. Then there's a ladder we can unlock. It's... I think it's on the other side, okay. There should be another... There we go. That's a little embarrassing. There we go. Another great thing about this spell is, in comparison to Rock Sling, is that when you're fighting enemies with shields, Rock Sling is slow, so if you try to spam it, the enemy will just put up their shield right in time. With Great Glintstone Shard, you'll be able to cast it fast enough that you'll, if an enemy has their shield knocked down, you can just rip them apart anyway by dealing significant damage. Through here is another great magical staff. As usual, just spam the attack. Great Glintstone Shard works great in tight spaces too. Rock Sling, not so much. So yeah, grab that. And then we'll actually be coming just straight back to Debate Parlor. And now... Or wait, actually instead of there, we'll be going back to Lake Facing Cliffs, since we got that key right before we got our Twin Sage Crown. We can actually give it to the local homeless man to give him access to the homeless shelter. Because we're nice people. So hop on through here. Talk to the homeless man. Make sure you got 10 runes. Because the homeless man needs to be alive in order for us to talk to him. He needs to eat. You can buy sorceries from him, but he doesn't really have much to offer us. You can see he's got Glintstone Pebble, Glintstone Arc, and Starlight. Starlight increases your light. I mean, it'll help you see in golden or in caves. It'll help you see, but that's what the torch is for. And so, give him the Academy Glintstone key. And then you get the erudition gesture. It's like, you know, it looks like you're getting arrested. You're putting your hands in the air, whatever. So yeah, just equip that because we'll be using it later on. And now we can go back to the debate parlor and we'll be teleporting somewhere else. We'll be getting 2 incredible spells. And then we're also going to be getting another, or rather we're going to be getting something to mix into our flask here because we still have the default Crimson Crystal Tear. And we're going to be, after teleporting to a certain place, we'll be getting something that increases our magic damage by 20%. Which, I mean, it's not too much when you think about it, but we want as much extra damage as we can get, so. There's that. There's going to be a boulder that's going to fall down. You're just going to want to hop on here. And then you're just going to want to hop back on the moment it passes you, and then we're just going to hug this left side. As you can see, you don't want to come too far, obviously, because then it'll just fall on you, so stay at the left side a decent amount away and then let it fall past you. That's the portal we're going to be going into, but the next boss is right past this guy. Okay, I'm not gonna bother fighting him. But the next boss is actually significantly easy. Once you run past him, he's honestly the hardest part of the boss fight. The boss fight itself is significantly easy. So anyways though, we're going to be coming through here. The turtle can give you some nice spells, but his spells are very expensive. I'll show you.
I welcome you. I am my opponent. Do you know how it came?
Okay, no, he's wasting my time, but he sells spells for like 10,000 runes. So not the most... I mean, obviously it's not really an early game area in the first place, so... It's fair, I suppose. So now we're going to get the Magic Tear. Magic Tear will be at the tree man over here, so you'll want to come to this water and then like kind of loop your way in there. So I'll just put that so I don't get too confused. Wait a minute, do I wanna, yeah, okay, wait. Good thing I caught it ahead of time, but you wanna come down and then go. So yeah, these guys, they can and probably will honestly one-shot you, as you can see. A good way to survive is to take off the Twin Sage helmet, because the Twin Sage helmet reduces your stats, reduces your health, or rather all of the Academy crowns reduce your maximum health by I think, what, 9%? So if you want as much as possible, keep that in mind. And then obviously you could activate a rune arc in order to increase your stats, but I don't want to buy that because obviously I'm trying to go through here as fast as you can, but it'll definitely make things a lot easier. You've got to be joking. Okay. I was going the wrong way the whole time. Now I feel stupid. So yeah, okay, you want to come by this statue. And then you'll want to, right about here, by the water. Try to stay away from him, because he'll do a jumping attack. I myself have never gotten hit by it, but you know. I shudder to think how much damage that kind of attack would do. So yeah, go on up through here. And then there should be a grace. Right about here. Yeah, there we go. And then rest at the grace in order to replenish your consumables and get your health back and magic back. So then we'll be going through here. And then we'll be fighting our first tree mini-boss. They're known as Erd Tree avatars. So what you're going to want to do is pick them up one at a time before you fight the boss, because they're going to get in your way otherwise when you're actually fighting the boss. Should be one more. Here we go. Come on, big man. There we go. Just. Alright, perfect. And now, first we'll target him and get this. Summon our dogs. Activate Rock Sling. I think this is enough range, right? Yeah, perfect. I think it's honestly easier to fight bosses, certain bosses anyway, when you're not on your horse, because then you could just dodge. But essentially, you just want to do a good one attack, wait for him to do a combo. When he does that, you know, when he's obviously hitting the ground, then you don't need to worry about him coming at you. But yeah, essentially that. There's gonna be one attack where he summons a bunch of little white pebbles, or yellow pebbles in the sky, and then they're all gonna chase you, so just be aware of that. Magic-Shrouding Tear, we got that. And now we're going to want to hop onto here in order to make our way up. So you're just gonna wanna hop. I don't think you really need to get to the top. Up here is good enough. You just want to make it up here. And then we'll be heading to that tower over there. And don't worry, there's no enemies up here. Or at least not that are gonna bother us, so. So yeah, we're gonna have to loop around because there's just a valley. And okay, yeah, I guess there's a giant over there, but he's not particularly a threat to us at the moment. So we got another gate. We can't exactly hop around, but that's what the erudition gesture is. Just hold it. Yep, and then make sure you have the Twin Sage Crown equipped, because then, as you can see, it activated. It only activates if you get that special crown on. Maybe if you have one of the other crowns, it might activate, but obviously this is the best one. Don't worry about that. That's just a mound of heads. They have a lot of health too, so it's not worth your time. And they're obviously resistant to magic damage, so that makes it a little worse. But anyways, you'll go through here, and then you'll get 2 spells. I like the Gavel of Haima. We're going to be using that later on. And now we get to go back to the schoolhouse classroom. Yeah, I know, sorry. It's kind of annoying having to keep coming back here, but just bear with me. This should be the last time. Oh, wait, where'd I get all those souls from? Oh, the Erd Tree avatar, so... Dang, that's funny. Okay, let's see if I got a rune to consume. Just because when we come here, we're going to have to end up dying. So... we're going to have to get killed by the... I think they're called abductor virgins? Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Wow. That is... I'm honestly very shocked. So yeah, you want to hop off and then just do that. And what you want to do is this enemy down here, you want to let it grab you. I guess you could equip Jellyfish Shield and then just hold it up if you want, just to make sure that its other attacks don't accidentally kill you. You want to have it grab you, and you'll see what I mean once we get down here. And don't worry, we're actually really close to the end of this build guide. Usually, it'll do this attack. You want to hold up your shield, and then it'll grab you. And especially at our low level, it's guaranteed to kill us. And now you can do one of 2 things. You can actually hop down here and you'll survive. I'll actually show that to you. because I'm such a nice guy. Pop a healing as soon as possible. Try not to let these slugs hit you. You want to just hop on through. You can activate these. Run through. You can kill this guy. And always remember with this spell, you want the perfect amount of distance in order to have all three of the spell hit. Through here is a boss, but I'm just showing this area to you. It's not particularly part of the build. And then you can just unlock this shortcut for when you get here conventionally. So yeah, you just want to... And don't worry, you'll know this place when you come back to it, when you see it. So, and then obviously it just teleports us back here. So just hop through, hop through. Oh shoot. No, 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 no. And then you just run straight off. And you're gonna want to have as much health as you can over here. No, 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 no. Okay, there we go. And now we're almost clear. So I just wanna hop here, hop here. And then there's two enemies here, but you can just sort of run past them. Activate the grace. And don't worry, you'll survive that. Just, you know, hop on through. And then right at that grace, I would recommend equipping the magic part onto this Flask of Wondrous Physic. But to be honest, I forgot. Right here, you also want to swap out the Lone Wolf Ashes for the Spirit Jellyfish. Right as you come in here, you'll pop Spirit Jellyfish. And then this guy with the axes will throw that at you, so you want to dodge that. And then you're going to want to hop over here, hop over here, hop over here. Come to the very edge, and then you want to attack him. Because he's able to hit you even when you're up here, the other one isn't. And he's going to be preoccupied by the jellyfish. When he does that, you want to get out of his way. But basically, that's the strategy. The jellyfish will survive for the longest amount of time, and then you want to stay at the very edge because that'll lower his chances of coming to get you. Alright, see you in the next episode. It'll only be like, what, 30 minutes the next episode, so very short.